And I could ask any people because we learn them. Okay, you have a class off. So, and you don't have duty to learn from the slide, right? From the textbook, right? I don't think so. That's not a good idea. Now, what's an operating system?
Operating system for computer.
Yeah, to control the computer more precisely.
And manage the computer.
Manage computer tools. Yes. What else? As I said, the knowledge or the information that you speak out or you write out, that's your knowledge. The knowledge you read from the textbook, you hear from some other people, that's not knowledge. I'm asking about your understanding, not what is written on the textbook. Please.
The OS operating system is the program responsible for managing our PC or laptop. Is manage the system resources as well as the processor.
I don't need you to speak out exactly what is written in the book, but that's enough. The software system that manage our hardware components, right? To permit many users to use the same set of hardware components. To permit many processes to use the same set of hardware. That's all. Not necessary to be exactly described what is an operating system, but basically you understand that. Okay, that's okay. And without the operating system, the user could not use the hardware. Even if you have a strong CPU, you have a lot of RAM memory, you have SSD storage devices, without the operating system, of course, we could not use it. And as I saw in the previous lecture, running inside my computer is not only one program, but a lot of programs is running on the same computer. And the main task of an operating system is to permit multi-software, multi-processes run on the same hardware. And not only there one operating system that run on my personal computer, but there are many operating systems. And each operating system has its own advantage and limitations, its own property, and understand the strong point and the weak point of an operating system that we help you to use computer more effectively in your study and in your future work. And we have several definitions, and I don't request you to remember exactly what is an operating system, but you understand. And today, as I said, the data presentation and file structure, should be taught before this lecture. But we need a practice hour, and we need the test, so that's why, we move the software tools for teachers. Software tool for teachers. As I said before, you know that when you push the power button on, there will be a process to start up your computer, to select an operating system. And in the previous lecture, I have demonstrated and shown you that on the same my laptop, for example, you could install or use two different different operating systems. And to start an operating system or to select an operating system, we need a starting up process, and the most commonly process is BIOS, basic input-output system. That in every computer we have a chip that contains some running code. The running code here, the code here, the program here, will read another code stored in our hard devices, hard driver. To start the program and to select the operating system and to start the operating system. And it's called the firmware because that's not only the software, that's not only the hardware, but both. It contains also software and hardware. And you will see that, in every mainboard we have a CMOS battery that maintains the information that you store or you set, you configure in your computer. And sometimes several years after use, 5 or 10 years, the battery may be out of power. So you have to replace it, but nowadays you seldomly have to replace the battery because its quality is good enough, and you change your computer every 5 years or 10 years. But for me, I use computer usually more than 10 years. And if you remove the battery, so you have to set up information, especially for date and time, because the date and time stored in the BIOS memory, it is default, will be set up to a specific date when the mainboard is produced. And the problem is that sometimes your computer does not run smoothly. You push the power button on, and you hear some sound, strange sound, beep, 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 for example, because any computer has the power on self-test. It tests for the RAM, it tests for the hard disk, it tests for the mainboard, it tests for the video card, it tests for several key components. And if something happens, it shows us some warning. And in that case, you could, for example, consider to open up your case, check whether or not your RAM memory have to replace, or you just cleaning up. Sometimes because of dust, for example, our hard driver or our RAM memory is too hot. It runs sometimes and it suddenly down our computer. So you know why our computer does not run well. So you know the reason and you know how to fix it. And many different signatures for different types of errors. For example, no CPU, failed CPU, for example. And also you could install server operating system on the same computer, and you could switch it. You select the operating system that you wanted to use. And sometimes your computer does not, your operating system would not start normally, and for some operating system, for example, in this case for Windows, it provides us different configuration of starting your computer. For example, safe mode. In safe mode, we do not run the operating system full functionality with full functionalities. For example, you start up your safe mode and to check whether or not your hard disk is good or not. Especially when your computer has some virus, destroy some part the hard disk, a part of the operating system you put run in the safe mode and you fix the computer. Who had experience to run the Windows in safe mode? Raise your hand if you have experience. Yeah. Okay, server you. Yeah, thank you. So maybe not all of you have experience to run the operating system in different models. But I just wanted to introduce you or tell you that there are some way to start up the Windows operating system. And for your further study, I recommend you to understand what is the difference between different operating system, its strengths, its weakness, and the objective of design or constructing, building different operating systems to serve better for different purposes. For example, Linux is usually used for mainframe and server computers. Mac and Windows iOS, Windows Phone was designed and developed for user experiences. Yeah, better user experiences. For example, this very beautiful graphical user interface and very convenient for every people who don't know much about computer science, but they still can use it very easily, comfortably. Yes. So in short, you just to remember, I need you to remember, just slide. Because with this slide, you could do all the tests perfectly. You could fail. Theoretically, you got the maximum result of your task. Operating system is, here. We have a set of computer hardware. We need an operating system. And there are different user and different programs that could run on our computer by operating system called the kernels. And I would like to take an example of the internet connections. Our Facebook need to connect to the internet. Our web browser need to connect to the internet. Our program, for example, MTP applications need to connect to the computer. But not every applications need to connect to the internet by themselves. But they use the kernels program. It means that the set of programs that serve for the main purposes, ask the kernels to do the job. So that's why the operating system have asked the user to use the hardware components more effectively. It means that the resource will be shared among different operating systems. And do you have any questions so far with the operating system? Any question? Any question with operating system? Okay, not. If not, we continue our talk today. Actually nowadays, so the manufacturer does not provide us only the kernels. They does not only provide us different core applications, core programs, to have different applications run on the same computer. And it does not only provide us so-called the kernels here. Some process for connecting with Microsoft to check whether or not a new service, new program update, for example, with the computer, with the operating system. Some program was designed for network tasks. Some program was designed for local services. Many program was designed for system. Different tasks of system. For example, working with phones, working with the printer, working with the registry, working with many things. Here, you will see that that is the core applications that from a basic an operating system. It also server program that serve only for current user. And besides, it has many other programs. For example, now I would like to run command line by typing CMD here. CMD, who could share with us when I type CMD here? You could see that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. When I type CMD and I push enter, what happened? Yes. CMD is a shortened name of command, right? And what happened if I push the button enter after I type CMD here? Raise your hand if you want to share your knowledge. Because it helps us to understand more about computer.
A command prompt will pop up and you can use that to type your command to control the system.
He said that when I push the button, enter button, then the command window will show up, and I could type some command example system info for get that it. Wow. Retrieving the information about my computer, right?
Yes.
Now, thank you very much. Now, I would like to ask you into deeper the process of typing CMD and hit the enter. What happened inside the computer? Please share your opinion. What happened inside? Of course, we know that, okay, when I hit button, enter the command line windows, the command line window here, up here, and I would work with my computer by the command line interface, like this one. But how it happens? Share your opinion. Yes. Please move to the microphone. You learn it by sharing.
Since the CMD is in the system environment variable, so it will be automatically mapped to this command CMD. So when you type CMD into any launch program, it will automatically bind that command to the CMD in the system32 folder, and therefore you can open the CMD.
Thank you very much. He explained exactly what happened. I just wanted to explain again his idea. First, when you type CMD here, because inside of our system, inside of the operating system, somewhere inside our computer, there will be a program name or a file program name cmd.info. EXE. EXE means executable. That's program somewhere. But where? I show you. Where? I show you, for example, here is my Windows operating system. My Windows operating system. And inside the Windows operating system, inside the Windows folder, there are a lot of folders. Why do we have a lot of folders like this one? Because different programs, different informations are organized in a file structure. And the CMD, usually who knows CMD is located? Yes?
In the system, 32 folders.
In the system, 32 folders. I check it. Inside the Windows operating system folders, we have system and system 32. And in system 32, we have CMD, right? I check it. You see? Exactly. It means that inside the Windows system 32, there will be a CMD file. And the CMD files here, you could see the file name. I think that, the people, some of them. Now, I know that many of you, it's difficult to see what is on my screen. My question is how to have the people sitting far away from my screen to see the CMD more clearly. Have any idea? Any idea? Because some of you could see the CMD files here very clearly, but I'm sure some of you here, it's difficult to see the CMD files. Who could have me to make my screen more easier to see? Any idea? Any idea? Yes?
Okay, so this the icon is very small, so you zoom it bigger.
Zoom it?
Yeah. Yes. You see, it's easy.
Thank you. He said that in order to watch closer myself, or to have other people to see my screen in a bigger size, I could use zoom in the screen. But which tools have you to do that?
The view.
Which one?
In my computer has the view is like this. I click it and choose the
Yes.
big icon. You can see.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I would like to share with you there are several solutions to do that. And I would like you to know how to use your computer, for example, with software provided usually with any operating system. Any idea? Yes? Magnifier. Thank you. Magnifier. I searched magnifier. And the magnifier.
Cái này có trên máy laptop này.
Yes. Magnifier. That is software tools provided or pre-installed with the Windows operating system. That help you sometimes you wanted to zoom in to look more detail about the content of your screen. Is that easier for you to remember to see?
Yes.
Yeah. Who knows the magnifier already? Who knows magnifier? One people, another people, three people. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. And I would like all of you could use any operating system more conveniently, more effectively, like me. Because, yeah, of course, I have 20 years experience working with Windows. I have many things, but not all, just a little knowledge about the Windows operating system. But I would like you to use any tools provided by any operating system. I believe that in Mac OS, in iOS, even in Linux or Ubuntu, for example, there are a lot of tools that help you to work with computer more effectively. Why do I know about that? By sharing. Today is an example of sharing. Now, I believe that all of you know about the program named Magnifier. And all of you know about that is a system 32 that we usually is a cmd.exe files. And when we type the cmd, I run this program, and I run this program, it opens me a Windows like this one, and I can work with interact with the operating system, interact with my computer by command line. Yes, and in this folders, you could see that a lot of program, a lot of files that store information. There are a lot of DLL executable files. Yeah, just inside one folder of one operating system, there are a lot of files. Yes. That's list, all the variables, not all the variable files and folders inside the Windows system. Yes. 4,263 files, 136 folders. And I would like you to manage, master well your computer. And who knows another way, of course. I would like to turn off. I don't like the magnifier because it helps me to view just one part of the Windows. And what else you could do with the command line Windows to help you to make you could see the screen here, the content of the screen more clearly. Another way, who knows? Another way, magnifier to zoom in the content of the screen, one part of the screen. Another way, you could change the configuration of the Windows. There are several ways, but in Windows setting you could do it. But now, for example, for my case, I change the property, and in the property there will be a font, and I change the font size. the disease. Now, you could also see it more clearly, right? And if I type some comment here, yeah, you could see the content. Yeah, rather clearly. Something like that. It means that, yeah, we use our computer every day. But I'm not sure, me too, I could use it in a the most effective way, because there are so many things I still don't know. And we actively share the experience, because that's not is written. This is what that trick. I could say that trick does not describe in any textbook, but it is very convenient for us to work with our computer. Right. And here inside our program, here there are a lot of programs being installed on the computer with the operating system. And our task is to learn about the operating system, about the tools, software tools for using the computer. Any questions so far? Any question? Yes? One people ask, 100 people knows the answer.
Can you tell me how to use the CMD again? How to em bị ở trên máy tính em
No, English.
On my laptop I cannot find the CMD, so can you
Yes.
tell me?
Yeah, very important question. Thank you. Very important question. But I forgot. Thank you for reminding. The problem is that how he knows that the cmd.exe is located in the system 32 folders. That's my first question. The second question that how the operating system knows the place to find the CMD files, right? Because we could see that there are a lot of locations in my hard disk. Is that true that the operating system search for all the hard disks to find where the CMD executable files is located? I don't think so. But the question is how the operating system. Now share with me how do you know that the CMD files is located in the system 32? Who knows? Who can say that in the system 32? How do you know?
In the Windows File Explorer, they have a function that allows me to search the file, and I press cmd.exe in that bar, so I can see the location of the file.
Yeah, thank you. He used already, right? And he discovered that the CMD is located there. And so second question, how the Windows system know that the CMD file is located in Windows class system 32, but not other folders? Who knows the environment variables? Raise your hand. Yes. In any operating system, there are so-called environment variables and the path variables. How do we know the path? Here, the path variables store all the path that, the Windows will looking for the files, the CMD. You could see that the path here is a list of paths. Windows System 32, Windows Server System. Yeah. Programs, Microsoft, Visual Studio Code, Bing, Windows App, for example. This is a list of locations where when we type some command in here, for example, when I type path here, so the path executable files will be located somewhere, and the operating system will look for the path in the environment and search for looking for the path PC. And I could also show you in another operating system. I use, okay. I connect my computer with the HPC 01 fast.vn. And this is Linux. This is Linux cluster. You can see that. This is my folders, my home folders on the Linux servers. And inside the Linux server, I have different folders, including some system folders, some data folders, some program folders, some data folders I use for my laptop. And outside here, we have a list of users. Of course, just only a small group of users. And outside of that, we have also different system folders stored for different purposes. And we have pool folder, various folder, and many folders, user folders. You could also see that lib64 different folders like this. You could see that. Now, you look at my Windows folder. Yeah, Windows folder have also programs, program files, Windows. Inside the Windows there are server, system folders. You could see that in this software, we could see the file system of my local computer laptop here, and the server, located here. And we could manage to do that. Now, my question: what happens if I push the button delete? I push the button delete here. Now I'm searching. Okay. I go to Let's where's my home? Yes. I go to another people. Yes. This is one of my college. Suppose that this is the folder account of my college. What happens if I push the button delete? You could ask that. Okay, I saw folders of other people. So what happens if, in this case, the system does not permit me to access to her account. And if I push the button delete, the system asks me, okay, I delete it. Is that possible?
No, don't do.
No, I could do nothing, surely. Because I was not permitted to access, even to view the content in that folder. It depends on the configuration. Yes. Is that possible for me? Be try. I'm sure, yeah. I'm surely, yeah. I can do nothing with another people photos. Now, what happens if I delete the system 32 photos? Is that possible?
No. It is impossible to delete it.
Yes, I delete. Are you sure?
No.
Also, the Windows operating system does not permit me to delete the system file because it's prohibited to ensure that the system runs stable. So that's the task of the operating system. And of course, no software system is perfect. It has some leak, it has some error, it has some bugs. But anyway, commonly, yeah, the operating system is sure that the user uses the hardware components of the software system in a proper way. And your task is that to understand about the operating system, and for your future work, for future study, for your future experiences, you could use the system, yeah, the computer system, yeah, in a correct way. So I think that is time for 5 minutes break. Prepare your question. So you could practice with your laptop. You could practice with your laptop. I strongly recommend you to install the total commander and try different software.
thân này. Cũng là kiểu người thân của nhớ này à?
Now, let's continue our lecture. And do you have any questions so far? Raise your hand if you have any questions. If not, we continue. If you don't ask me, I will ask you. Now, in Windows operating system, in Windows machine like mine, which program we use most often? You have laptop, right? Which program?
It's Chrome.
Chrome is a web browser program, right? Chrome, we have Firefox, we have Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, and about on the MacBook, Safari, yes, and yes, many other, yes. And you know that that's for web browser, opening web pages, viewing web pages, and even if it's in the Windows, it's in the Mac OS, it's in our smartphone, often, or even in Ubuntu, for example. Its main functionalities to opening a web page, to help us to view the content of a web page. And in the practice, you will try to create a web page. Now, another software, another program you use most often in the laptop. Which program? Most often.
I use web browser.
Web browser. Okay, also web browser, yes. Most of us use web browser, and especially so not only the operating system does not only provide us key software components or kernels running inside or on the in the background. It serves for different purposes, and every operating system provided us basic functions, accessing to the internet, connecting with the keyboard, with the printer, and also tools. It has different functions: tools for system administration, resource manager, inspecting the hardware, software, or even, some people already share with us the CPUC to inspect into more detail about the configuration of a computer. For network, connecting the wireless, connecting the wire network for security, different protection mechanisms to protect us for different dangerous sources on the internet. For information processing, we have text, image, processing the number, for processing multimedia video files, and the operating system provides us the setting functionalities to manage creating a new account, connecting or installing devices for different devices. Defender, file managers. Now, for file manager, for example, for creating folders, for copying this file from this location to another location, from this machine to another machine, which program for file manager? File manager. So, for my case, I seldomly to use the File Explorer. For example, here in Windows, we have the File Explorer, and in order to, for example, to copy, I go to the download, and I copy this one, I push the button copy, Where's copy?
So more options.
So more options. I seldom use this one. So I copy here. I put, copy the desktop. Here, for example, where's the best one? So more option. Maybe this. Here. For example, if I want to copy a file from this place to another places, file, this go for the Explorer, I do that. So what if I use command line? How could I copy this file from this place to another places? I usually go to the, for example, I go to the location. I have to remember. I have to remember where's my. This is difficult, right? Wow. For example, usually, we usually have a command copy like this one, or remove or copy. For example, the same thing for the same thing for Linux and Unix environment. For example. But I strongly recommend you to use the total commander and in practice you to install it. We could see that in order to copy on files to another location. For example, in this case, I copy this one. I just go there and push button, copy. It copies for me. I could select multi files, change the location somewhere, copy, or I could see, for example, suppose that I have several files here. For example, if running here HTML files with 28 megabytes, I compress into a zip file, and it has only 4 megabytes. Compress the file. So compress file you reduce the amount of hard disk to store, to send to your friend for convenient in a faster way, something like that. And also I use the WinSCP across. In Total Commander here, you could also connect to the FTP server. You could also connect to the FTP server and to copy from the data from your laptop to the server and to run the program. And here with Total Commander here, with Windows SP here, the interface is very similar with Total Commander. It has two split windows, one Windows for the local machine and one Windows for the remote machine. And I don't know if I have. I'm running my computer. Yes. Watch the log file and it load. For example, I'm running here to check the output of my temporal files here, and I put in spaghetti, view it. We could do something in some way. Very conveniently. And where's my program? Maybe here. and to see the temporary result of my program to detect formula in a document document image like this one. Yes, something like that. It means that with your work, everyday work, you could use different tools that support you, that help you to improve your productivity. Here. Yeah, something like that. And I just wanted to share with you, to do the same task, we have different programs help us to do the task. And our duty, yes, our daily life is to learn from each other, share for each other, so that we know how to manage and how to solve the problem. Now, I would like to demonstrate to you about the most simple thing that you have learned already, how to make documents.
Open Word.
Yes, here for text to image. For example, in the future, you may have to write a report. You may do some research and you write a paper. And when you submit your paper to a conference or to the journal, for example, I take this conference. We organize the conference, and this year we organized this conference in Fukuoka last month. And usually, when you submit it to the conference, you go to the conference homepage, and for example, submission instruction, and usually the conference provides the author with so-called the author piece, for example, for manuscript, template, and it has usually, currently, it has two types of template. The first one is in Microsoft Word, documents in US letter or A3, A4, and another LaTeX template. Who knows the LaTeX text editor? So, I share with you, share my experience. With Microsoft Word, you already know, we open the documents, we open files, just some past. I got some trouble who helped me to solve this trouble. I don't know why. I take another example. Every conference provide you a template like this one. It has the title. It has the abstract section with some predefined formats with a structure like this one. And the task is you use this template to write the paper. And I believe that most of you are so familiar with this type of making a document, for editing a document. You could use the OpenOffice, LibreOffice, MicroOffice. I don't know if I install the LibreOffice here. Here's this one. The LibreOffice, and I could open the, I'm not sure if I failed with Microsoft Office. I use LibreOffice. I could do it with the LibreOffice or not. Yes. Here. The file I was failed in opening with Microsoft Office, I use another Office editor. Input your title here, for example. For example, put your name here. For example, your organization here, something like that, and put your abstract here in this paper. Introduce something like that one. Is an introduction here. For example, I describe. For example, the AI industry, blah 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 blah, something here. And this is the most common way in creating a text document. And most of you know already, and it's a practice, and it's a test. You will have chance, or you have chance to do the thing like this one. And for some cases, for example, in every scientific paper, we have the reference. The reference list is that you mention about the related book or the same topic, and you take the evidence from that paper by a set of citation like this one. This is the most common way in creating or editing a document. And we so-called this approach or this type of application is what you see is what you get. It means that if you want to make this content bold, it becomes bold. If you want to take this one is italic, it becomes italic. What you see is what you get, and when you print it down, you have italic or bold format, for example. And another way in making documents. Here I take my design paper. I use another template, and here I downloaded from template here. The template also provides us the files, and this my document. And this is my document here. It has another ways of making the documents. The author I also enter here. Institute here. The abstract, it begins with abstract. For example, here I edit my documents, edit my paper, and then I compile. There's a program to convert the markup language like this one. Yeah. I cite another paper here, and I'm not sure it's running smoothly or not. The program compiles the source code, and after that produce the PDF files. Yes, I view the result here. It produced also a paper with two columns with different formats, with introduction section, yeah, something like this one. And in order to, for example, here I would like to advances in general image object detection. I wanted to bold. Have bold from. I use this one. Yes. For example, emphasize or bold. It uses the keyword. Nice bold phrase to highlight this one, and I compile it. Yeah, something like that. Totally different from this way. I change mode and I saw it immediately. Yeah, for resizing this pictures, for example, I pull it to smaller here. For example, I reduce the size here and I don't see this here. And in this case, for example, I take this example here. I wanted to design this picture, so I have to go to the picture here. Yeah. In order to insert a figure here, I use this syntax. Begin with figures and the width here 0.4. 8, I reduce the size by, for example, I use this width. I have to compile it. It produces me with smaller figures. Yes, smaller figures. So, there are two ways of and you could experience. In general, there are two basic ways, but in fact there are several approaches in creating the documents. Like this one is called the what you see is what you get editor. Like Microsoft, LibreOffice, Google Docs, for example. You could see that. And another is called the markup editors, for example, LaTeX, for example. Each way have its own advantage and limitations. It depends on your habit. It depends on your purposes. That in the future, you may use these tools or another tools for writing the documents. And my recommendations is that because on the lab, you have no chance. In this lecture, you don't have chance to practice with LaTeX like this. Yeah, but we practice with HTML, and with what you see is what you get. Use LibreOffice or OpenOffice to create the documents. And also like the total commander, like command line in Linux or in the Windows, you have to read the textbook, you have to search for the Google, you have to ask your friend how to use it. And we don't, we could not provide you any techniques, any details about creating the document. And my recommendation is that you try both. So what you see is what you get editor and the markup editor. I use the term markup editors because here, actually a text document I would like to share with you. The HTML This is my folder when I was a master and PhD student in Japan. Actually, this is an HTML files, and with this HTML files, you will see the source. How to see the page. Where is it? And you put source. This is actually an HTML file with different tabs, with, for example, different tabs. And in the practice, you will learn to create a simple document like this. And the task of the web browser is to read the content, this content, and display the content like this. Make the web page like this one. To read the instruction, for example, line item, something like that. And this is very simple HTML files. And comparing with USPH, you could inspect also the content. That's content equations. Much more complicated. Also the HTML tags here. And a lot of things. Of course, next we will learn about how static and how the dynamic HTML files was created. But this is what actually the web browser, all the web browser are Firefox, Google Chrome, and many other also read this content, some program here, and to make the web page like this one. The web page like this one. So today I introduce you several tools. For each task, we have different way to solve the task. And for the text editor, we have mainly two approaches in creating a document, as I show you. And This is about the text editor. Any question? And in order to understand or to master the tools, you have to practice, download the software, use software to solve the problem. And the first thing is you search for the Google, or you look at the textbook, how to use which tool is used for which purposes. Any question? No, we continue. This is for text. You do it every day. And for pictures, I would like to introduce you two different types of images. The first one is called the bitmap image. The second one is the vector image. You could see that in this slide, what is the difference between the bitmap and what is the difference between the vector image? It presents us the two-dimensional data. It provides us the information, the picture, but it is constructed in two different ways. What are the differences between the bitmap and the vector? Here we have the picture on the left, and we zoom in. This part of the picture, this is the wall here. We could see that the zoom in picture. And here, the same pictures, and we zoom in this small part. We could see this one. And this enlarged, both of the picture enlarged 12 times. And you could see that the picture on the left, the picture on the right is much more smooth than on the left, right? Who will explain why? Who could explain why? With the same picture here, when we enlarge it or zoom it 12 times, the picture becomes, the quality of the picture becomes downgrade. And here, the picture becomes, the quality of the picture is almost the same. Who could explain me why? You?
I think the big difference between bit and vector is the bitmap is just a summarize of every pixel that's contained inside that thing, and when we zoom in, there are some we can still see the pixel, but the vector is the line. So if we zoom in or zoom out or if we do anything on it, it's still the line. It's still the line.
Thank you. And he said that the each component of a bitmap image is a dot. Just a dot. And every pixel, as I showed you, is composed of three numbers: red, green, blue. And this is actually a two-dimensional data. And actually, we zoom in, it means that, the pixel is enlarged, and also the next pixel in white is also enlarged. And there's no information about the between or the middle of the pixels. So that's why we could not, get the information. Of course, nowadays, if you buy a new, for example, 4K televisions, there are on some chip, intelligent chip, to fill up the information that means here. It means that even if our video is just in HD, for example, it still could display the pictures in 4K resolution very smoothly but here it is we have no information, no intelligent way to process, so the quality is degraded. But for vector image, it does not use pixel, to represent the information. But it uses the vector. For example, this is a curve. So drawing a curve in a small space like this one, or drawing the curve in a more larger, is still very smooth as exactly as the resolution of the screen. So that's why the quality of the vector image does not degrade. It's not degraded when we zoom in. And this brings us, for example, I show you in Windows we have two different kind of phone. Now rarely we use this. I think that we could see that, and we could see that. With the cell, when the text is described in a very small sign, we could see that rather smooth, right? But we zoom in, or we use the font in a large sign, we could see that the quality is degraded, and we have the zigzag line here. Because the information stored in this font is just the bitmap, just the pixels, the set of pixels for each character. For another font, for example, Avia, here, we could say that even if we zoom in or we use the font in any size, the curve is still very smooth. It means that the quality of the image does not degrade. It's not degraded. When we draw it in a large size. And here you will see the difference between the bitmap font and the vector fonts. You see the differences, right? And the bitmap font and the vector fonts are quite different, and also the bitmap picture and the vector pictures also different. So that's why I would like to share with you next. Usually in my paper, there are several in my paper here. We could see that. Where's my paper? This paper. in my paper, 2 times now. Here, take this one. You could see, you could inspect. You could see that some part of my picture, when we zoom in, some part of my pictures is in bitmap format. The quality, that's not yet include the quality when we zoom in. And this part is better. It's not because it's in text format, and even if we zoom more, it's still very smooth. And it does not, it's not degraded when you print out the text. The hard copy is very nice, still very nice. But here in this case, you could see that the quality is degraded. And in order to keep the quality of the pictures when we print out, what we should do in this case. And of course, for another pictures, another solution is my models. Here. Very smooth. Because it's in the vector format. You zoom in, it's very smooth. And also in other drawing, for example, it keeps the same quality even if we display it, we print it in any resolution. It does not broken. It's not broken into very pieces, many pieces. So in the future, when you write your report and you write your thesis, be careful because on the screen here we could see the picture very nicely displayed. But when you print out, your pictures would be very blurred, difficult to see. So I strongly recommend you, in your document, you use the vector pictures. And when you use the vector pictures, for example, this is for your homework. In the future, for your study, you could process your data here. From the data, you draw some graph. From the graph, you do the analysis, comparisons, and draw some conclusions here. And there are two different ways to include the graph here into your documents. The first way is you use the bitmap pictures. You just copy it or print the screen and paste it into your document. Another way is to convert these pictures into a vector format. And which one is the vector format and which one is in bitmap format? It depends. You have to learn. For example, you often see the picture in bitmap, JPEG, PNG formats, and because it's very popular. And for the vector, it's usually DTF, 2 times fonts, EPS, who know what is EPS? Names from EPS, yeah, some vector format like this one. So actually EPS is also for vector and both vector and raster format. I'm not sure I could display. I'm not sure if I could display here. Yeah, something like that. Just in vector format. And I would like to emphasize that, besides the core kernels side support, the user support the program to do the command thing, every operating system, and with our computer we have different tools for different purposes, and using the right tool for your task. Using the suitable method to process the information is critical. It's very important because for your future study and also your future work, when you graduate from this university to work for some international company, and we have to learn, we have to share. And in this lecture, I just provide you very basic, fundamental knowledge about computer and using the computer. But in order to use it in a good way, in a correct way, so we have to learn a lot. When you have to experience to do this, you have to experience creating the documents. You have to experience print the document out and to see that, okay? If we see on the screen very clearly, but we print out the pictures become very blurred. It's difficult to see, and we could not read. For example, when you do the presentations, for example, the audience could not see your slide. You have to find some way, more suitable way, to make your content more clearly for the audience. For example, you prepare your slide for the final effects. For example, you have to learn how to make the slide, how to organize the slide, how to make every slide as clear as possible, and each slide we transfer the clear message to the audience. It means that there are a lot of things you have to learn, not only what you have already known. Me too, I have to learn every day. And that's all for today's lecture, and I would like to share with you my experience, provide you a broad view about the operating system, not only Windows, not only Mac OS, but also the Linux, how people work on the Linux or Unix environment in the command line, like this one. I found that this is very difficult, even for me. So that's why I have to. So that's why I have to use a lot of different tools for different purposes. And the simple task is to make a document like this one. We have two different approaches, totally approaches. For example, what you see is what you get. You type here, you see here, you format here, you see here, but also another format. Input, the figure here. You have to learn the syntax, and you have the tools to write, and we have a library, for example, to converting the source document into the destination document like this one. And another one is, you know basically the format of a markup language like HTML here, and you practice to create this document, and your web browser will display for you this web page. And for your homework, So homework number 3. I think that I have uploaded this slide on the model, right? Yeah, you try to calculations, creating some graph and try to embed your graph into your document in a proper way. And the practice, the main content of the practice and the midterm test, you have the lectures, the self-critical question, you have practice, and the basic, you will do the task of basic information processing, creating text, image, data sheet, presentation, creating file, processing information, and storing files. This is very basic. I once again emphasize that we learn just very basic things, but we need to do it in a proper way, in a correct way. And that, as I showed you, that's not simple task, and this also for your future preparation, because for your future work, because all we know that we are a scientific, oriented research in university. So if someday you have to go to the conference, download the template and edit your documents. Follow a specific template like this one, and you would experience what I have done before. Now, do you have any question to the lecture using the software provided by operating system, how to install, how to use the different tools provided with the operating system to manage and to master your computer, and how to use the different tools for creating, processing your information. A lot of questions, I know that, but anyway, you have to learn and to practice. Any question? Yes? We share the question and we got the answer.
Okay, so my question related to the post-enroll slide. Okay, you can see my laptops. I have experience to use computer some very long, but I never see those kind of upgrade in my career. The contact on the post-enroll slide. Next. Yeah, this one? Yes.
Yeah. Actually, we have rather, I could also rarely saw it in the practice, but in the past. But in the past, there are some light or beep. People use, the manufacturer could use the color, or most commonly they use a beep to inform us about what kind of error that our computer is facing on. Right? But currently, nowadays, and also not all of you who have experience about the BIOS setup, or even some screen, for some screen like this one. I just took this example of very rather old machine that displays this information. And also in the BIOS setup, you could also configure the computer to display all the main mode information or not. It depends on your PC, but you could try to set up to display all the expected information on the screen or not. You could set up this on the BIOS setup.
But this power on set is very old nowadays.
Yes, that's old. I would like to introduce you because there are something like this one. They could run and display all the information, but it could run silently inside the computer, and you could not expand in many things. You could in many cases. You have no chance to experience this one because your computer is not open. Something like that.
Almost computer and laptop are modern.
Yes.
So those.
more reliable and with much better quality. So you have no chance to experience this kind of error. But in the future, you might experience, and you know that already.
I explained the PIP in my PC, but
On laptop is very
laptops no sound, but
Yes.
my PC.
busy.
Yes, it's always PIP.
Yes, because on the PC, on the main board of the PC, there's also some speaker, very tiny speaker that inform you the sound. But on your laptop, maybe there's no speaker on the main board, but on speaker outside the main board. Any other question? We share the question, we got the answer. So try to inspect your computer and explore.
Can you explain more about the troubleshoot?
Troubleshooting, right? Oh,
Yeah, sometimes that's appear in my PCs and they need me to troubleshoot.
yeah, troubleshoot. Currently, with my experience, we face the most trouble in the RAM memory because there for a long time, for example, there's some dust. Comes with the RAM memory, so the connection between the RAM and the memory is not so good. So we have experience working with RAM memory. So we unplug the RAM memory, clean it up, and put it. And another one is the cooling system. Sometimes the cooling system does not run well, and it does not freeze the heat. So the system becomes too hot. So the system going down.
I think that's all my question.
Yes, thank you. Next question. So if you have no more questions, we stop our lecture here today. And if you have any questions, please email me and ask your